Alright YouTube, so for today's vlog we'll be doing a movie speculation or trailer speculation, whichever, of the movie Knives Out 3, which I'm super excited for. I remember I made a speculation video about a movie trailer that was coming soon for the movie Death of a Unicorn, which was movie, but this one I'm confident will be an excellent movie, and the reasons for that are because the first two were stellar reviewed. I didn't see the second one. I do remember seeing the first one, which I'm going to talk about in this vlog, but just want to give a little background beforehand. So, apparently the movie this third Knives Out installment got a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very rare, but, I'm sure this movie's great, so let's get into this. So to start, the concept of Knives Out movies is just one that I absolutely adore and I think is brilliant. I first saw Knives Out 2019, December. That was 6 years ago almost, when I was 18 years old, almost 19, and when this movie comes out, I'll be my current age plus 6, 24, almost 25, so it's fun to see how the years have passed by. But I didn't even know there was a second one that came out back in 2022, so that's definitely a movie I need to catch up on and watch. But the concept of Knives Out I adore because it's like a mystery drama, but what I really love is how it has just all-star cast, like so many famous faces, like not a single unknown actor or anything like that, which, although I do love how Star Wars pulls people we've never seen or heard of before, as it's Star Wars tradition, but this movie does the complete opposite and takes all the familiar faces, maybe not all the tippy-top A-listers, but of course we have James Bond. Daniel Craig himself is the main character. I remember his detective character from the first one, where he gives a famous line that I saw in a meme about writing, which, talks about it makes no sense but completes them, which I relate to my writings a lot. So minor spoiler, or pretty much a major spoiler honestly, for the first Knives Out is that Captain America, Chris Evans himself, his character ends up being the bad guy and the ultimate thief in the first movie, as we saw Daniel Craig and Ana de Armas' character. I can't remember either of their characters' names, but honestly I'm more comfortable referring to them as the actors' names because, like I said, so many famous faces and such an expensive cast, but I salute the movie for doing that. Of course, it was fun and funny to see all the family drama in the first one, but also fun to see all the build-up and mystery and who is going to inherit what from the father who had or the grandfather who had passed away. And of course, there were younger characters which I related to somewhat, and sort of just overall a really fun movie. So after looking at the cast, it looks like sort of almost a soft reboot where we see definitely elements of continuity, and it takes place in the same story but with different characters, which I'm really intrigued to see, because of course there's characters like in the second one we saw Madeline Klein, who's a cool actress and was really good in I Know What You Did Last Summer, despite the mehness of the movie, although it was a fun summer slasher. But this is going to be a much better winter drama movie mystery slasher. But yeah, it does sort of give me the vibes of what I think I Know What You Did Last Summer was trying to be, but much better, so that's definitely a good thing. And of course in the third one we see James Bond, okay, what am I saying, that's crazy, because Daniel Craig's character has grown out his hair, which from James Bond, which is basically basically his middle finger to James Bond, because he's done with that franchise. I did really enjoy him as James Bond, and I have no complaints about his character in the movie. I'm really curious to see where his arc continues, because seeing as he's pretty much the main character of this trilogy, if this is going to be the conclusion, I don't know how I feel, but I'm excited for this movie nonetheless, and I think it's only coming to select theaters, but coming to Netflix. Personally, I don't care about anything on Netflix. I think Netflix is just boring, and I don't care about TV shows and streaming and services, but I do love movies, and big great movies with amazing casts and sequels to movies I saw 6 years ago. So I will probably get Netflix solely to see this movie, and cross my fingers that Knives Out 3 comes to a theater near me. So supposedly, at least when I'm looking on Google, the cast, I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I could be proven wrong, but I'm getting the impression that the Ana de Armas, Madeline Klein character of this movie is Cailee Spaeny, who was in the Alien Romulus and Civil War, which are both movies I absolutely adored, and I thought she was a really cool character and very relatable in both movies. Definitely gives the fun young actress type character, but definitely in sort of a down-to-earth and cool way. Funny enough, another Marvel actor I recognize from this series is Jeremy Renner, who was Hawkeye. It's similar to how Chris Evans, Captain America, was in the first one, but I did see his character was named Doctor, and I'm presuming he's a medical doctor, if not maybe a psychiatrist. Probably, honestly, I'm thinking medical doctor, or maybe he's even a fake doctor. Maybe that'll be part of the plot twist and part of the mystery genre, the mystery drama and genre, of course. But Overall, I'm really excited to see how this movie turns out because I saw the poster too, which shows a view of the underground where we're presuming a dead character has come back to life. I don't know if literal or metaphorically or never passed away, because I get the impression this is more of a realistic sort of vibe of a movie, sort of, I don't know. Overall, can't wait. Hopefully it comes to a trailer near me, theater near me. If not, I'll download Netflix solely for this movie. Super excited for more. Shout out Husky for the beats, and stay tuned for my reaction to this trailer tomorrow or the next day or whenever I decide to release it. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.